and welcome to the local show here on QCTV. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Winter Kuharski. The local show is a spot where we share some extraordinary stories of some local people and organizations that make our community great. Here we'll share stories of hope, generosity, and inspiration to chase dreams. We'll also be joined by a special in-studio guest, so stick around. People who go above and beyond can change people's lives. This first story illustrates how one person can have a domino effect. Organ donation is near and dear for one Andover family. Leslie Sauer shares their story.
Many people know what organ donation is, but what many people don't know is how many people are in need of an organ transplant to live. A new name is added onto the waiting list every 12 minutes. Organ donation saves and improves the lives of people who have received an organ transplant. Many people are in need of organ transplants to live, and it gives recipients of organs a second chance at life.
When Zachary was born, he was born about 5 weeks early, but he was breathing on his own, he was kicking, he was doing great. He was showing no signs of being sick at all. So we came home on Christmas Eve, and as I walked in the front door, the phone rang. And I answered it, and it was the doctor, and the doctor said, "You need to come back up to the hospital," because he tested positive for a rare hidden disease called congenital adrenal hyperplasia. So we went in every single day for labs, and on New Year's Eve, he had labs drawn again, and his labs just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and the doctor's like, "You need to bring him to Children's because something else is going on."
Currently, 123,000 people are on the waiting list. On average, 21 people die every day from the lack of donated organs.
The doctor came in and said, "Your child is in acute kidney failure and he's going to need a kidney transplant to live." Which was like heartbreaking as parents when you have a newborn baby and to hear that your child needs an organ transplant to live.
You could be the reason someone is alive today. Every day, people are renewed the gift of life through organ donation.
I was trying to get people tested because I didn't match. I signed up for the kidney paired exchange so I could donate my kidney to a stranger to get him a kidney, and there was nothing out there. It took about 3 years, and then one day I got the phone call, and it was a transplant center, and they said, "Stacy, you need to sit down." And I'm like, "Why? What's going on?" And he was admitted in the hospital at the time. He was really sick with another UTI, which is a bladder infection. And they said, "We think we found a match. We think we found a kidney." And that second, I just remember sitting there and just tears pouring down my face. And I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me, you found a kidney?" And they said, "We think we did, don't get excited. We're still doing cross matches. We need to draw some more blood on him. And it's in the kidney paired exchange." And right away, I'm like, yes, because I wanted to donate a kidney. I wanted to be the one to save him. So January 18th was his date, and him and I went under the same time. And I went under at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I donated my kidney to a 15-year-old Minnesota boy. I found out 3 months later who I donated to. And he received his gift from a man named Brett in Iowa. And Andy Ray from Minnesota is the one who started our chain. And she donated to Brett's brother, Bruce. So it was just an amazing opportunity to go through that and to meet everybody in the chain and to have a hero for my son. And now he's doing amazing. He is almost 4 years out in January. And he's playing baseball, and he's jumping on a trampoline. He has friends, he's going to school, he rides his longboard. We still have bumps in the road. But you're here today and you're doing great. Yeah. Yep.
Today, Zachary is an outgoing 11-year-old, full of life. Because of organ donation, you could give someone the gift of life by donating your organs.
Well, in honor of Zachary and to promote organ donation because it's such a big part of our lives, I've spoken at baseball games and just big sporting events. I'm trying to promote organ donation as much as I can because organ donation saves lives. When I look at Zach every day, it's a miracle that he's alive today. He's had 2 kidney transplants, and without kidney transplants or organ donation, he would not be here today. And I donated my kidney and I feel great. I feel no different at all. I wish more people would donate. I've not changed my lifestyle at all. I live the same lifestyle I lived before I donated. And people don't realize it, how easy it is and how you can save a life. I mean, I look at Zach every day and he's a living miracle. To see him out on the ball field playing baseball and jumping on the tramp and playing with his friends, it's a miracle to see that.
Without organ donation, I wouldn't be here. Donate life.
The donation of any organ or blood is a great gift indeed. You can save someone's life. So we hope that you will check your box when you renew your driver's license and become an organ donor. Change can be internal and personal, but it can be external and public as well. Recently, the Young Artists of Anoka initiated the Windows of Time art project in downtown Anoka and effected a wonderful external change to brighten up the area, as well as the hearts of the people in it. Matt Overstreet was able to check in throughout the process.
We are across from the dam and Anoka City Hall, under Main Street in the tunnel. We are painting the ceiling and the sides of the tunnel.
So I had proposed the idea last summer, and in October I got a call back from the city saying that they loved the proposal, and I had originally thought on a smaller scale that I was thinking some electrical boxes, and they decided that they were going to give us the tunnel.
That tunnel used to be very scary.
They had to have somebody that was, or an idea that was actually to do with Anoka, the history, the river, something that meant Anoka to them. It just had to be based on Anoka.
Basically, it'll help kids think that it's better to get involved in the community, and it gives a positive impact so this place doesn't get graffitied all the time, hopefully.
For the kids, it's a really good way, not only for them to learn how to fill out an application, you're given certain tasks. And if you're an artist, you're gonna have budgets. You don't get to just go spend whatever you want to. So we actually are teaching the kids how to mix paints because we wanna make sure we're staying on budget. We can only afford our basic colors. If you want that certain green, let's try to mix it and create that color. It gives them that idea of conserving money, and instead of buying a huge paint bucket of one color, why not mix those different colors and create different things? So they'll get to do all that, and then they also, like I said, they get to follow through on a project. They have to, propose it, fill out their application, come down here, start drawing their stuff out, start painting, and they're responsible for getting it finished so that they can put their name on it in the tunnel and be proud of it. So I think it's a great thing. It'll teach the kids a lot of different things. Plus, there are so many different types of kids, different families, different backgrounds, that it brings them all together. They're all artists.
Well, I've just done art my whole life, so I don't know, it just kind of seemed cool.
We've had a great feedback from everybody coming through the tunnel. The city has been amazingly supportive, and just businesses around here, they're all excited and they want to make sure that it's a successful project, and we'll be moving on to other things as well. So it should be really fun.
I don't know, it's a fun project. Put it up on the wall and then everyone sees it and you can be proud of your work.
There are so many creative outlets for everyone to make a dark, barren tunnel and turn it into a whimsical and self-reflecting spot thanks to some local artists. Whether it's musicals, comedies, or touching stories about what makes us human, going to the theater can be a great experience. In our area, we are lucky enough to have the Lyric Arts Theater in downtown Anoka. Chris Carpenter went to check out their recently announced lineup of plays and concerts for the new season.
One of the biggest gems in this area is the Lyric Arts Theater, located right downtown here in Anoka, and they've been doing high-quality theater for over 20 years. We had an opportunity to catch up with Laura Taja Johnson, who filled us in with what's new at the Lyric Arts.
You know, really with Lyric Arts, we are looking for a little something for everyone. We want things that whole families can enjoy, musicals, comedies, dramas, and things that, you know, maybe just the adults can come to see on their own as well. We really try to give the full breadth of the theater experience in this season. I always say that every time you come to see a show at Lyric Arts, you should feel like part of the family. You should feel like it's a dinner party where maybe you just don't know the guests yet. It's a warm and welcoming environment where we really strive to make new friends.
I love the theater because, well, I'm of course an actor, and that's my first love is acting. And I also love the theater because I'm a kid at heart, and it's a lot like playing on stage when I'm performing, and then when I go to the theater I get to see different worlds. It's a lot like going to the movies, but I don't know, a lot more exciting, I guess. Seeing something live, there's a magic and an exchange between the audience and the performers that you don't get in a real movie. I would say that this theater is a very welcoming place. It's a small theater, and people may drive by and not sure what it is. A lot of people still think it's a movie theater, but I think I hear a lot of comments being in the box office and talking to patrons here that they didn't realize we were here. And when they come in, they feel at home, and it's a warm, inviting place.
Rolling into our 7th season with Music in the Burbs. This year we are ramping up a little bit. We've got 13 concerts, and we've got all sorts of different genres, from bluegrass to country to rock and roll to soul to everything. It's a fantastic season, and all the artists are Minnesota-based artists. So we really do our best to present the very best that Minnesota has to offer in terms of the music scene. We have workshops for kids of all ages, from preschool all the way up through high school. It's really about giving them an opportunity to play, to be creative, to find their own creative voice, and get some great performing arts training along the way. We really open those registrations up in the spring. You know, Lyric Arts has a place for every volunteer, whether you'd like to usher or work behind a concession stand, volunteer in the box office, on stage, building sets, or even serve on a committee helping us to fundraise or work in public relations to really help the theater continue to grow. We've got a place for everyone, and all you have to do is give us a call and we will direct you to the right person.
So treat yourself to an afternoon or an evening at the theater. There's nothing like a live performance. For more information, go to lyricarts.org.
The season starts with a play called The Explorers Club, set in London in 1879. It is a comedy that should make you laugh. The rest of the season sounds amazing as well, and they're doing 2 holiday plays. One is called Christmas in the Airwaves, and the other is A Laura Ingalls Wilder Christmas. You can check out their website for more details, www.lyricarts.org. Some say that good customer service is a thing of the past, that you can never get a real person on the phone to answer your question or help you with anything. Well, Corey Lang and Catherine Lenneberg found a place in Champlain that really knows the meaning of excellent customer service.
Champlain Sinclair is a familiar landmark. You see it coming and going between Champlain and Anoka from your car. And they claim to be the oldest surviving business in the Champlain area. It's been owned by the same family for the past 30 years. And it really is a full-service station with a small-town feel.
Good morning, Champlain Sinclair. This is Jim. Sure. Yeah, come on down. My name's Jim. I'll be around. Thank you. Bye-bye.
That was Jim Merkel on the phone. And this is Jim servicing a vehicle, doing what he does best, taking care of customers and providing the best automotive service around. Jim and his brother are managers of the Sinclair station in Champlain, alongside Jim's wife, Diana, and they were kind enough to spend a few minutes with us.
We opened our business in January 21st of 1977. And just wanted to fix cars in the neighborhood. Oh, mostly they get scared. They see the guy with the big beard. And we like to sell gas. It's the things that are changing over time, and it's hard to get people to come in, so that's one of the gimmicks is we dress up the dinosaur to make it appear to be more friendly and we'd be able to sell more product.
Quite a few years ago, we had a really bad winter, and I knit prayer shawls for people who are in need of prayer, and I knit a scarf for Dino, and it mushroomed from there. People started leaving me costumes. People started suggesting costumes. I started going to garage sales and Goodwill and finding costumes, and so he became a part-time job for me to find something to put on Dino.
When I was a teenager and started work at a gas station, I was always impressed by the old people who seemed to know everything about everything. They could debate on religion, politics, weather, any subject at all. And I always thought that that was something that I'd like to be, as somebody who could do some things like that and provide a service to the community by repairing things that seem to be unrepairable.
I think we're old-fashioned people here, and I think that's something that a lot of people like, and that's something that we're good at, that we are good at making people comfortable and welcome here.
What a great place that is. It's a place that time forgot. Everyone is so friendly. It's always fun to drive by and see what costume Dino has on. Now, speaking of costumes, we head to a place where children rule the stage at Northern Stars Children's Theater. Jared Boyer and Keston Steinbrink stopped by on one of their rehearsals in Ramsey.
Part, do you want to be the evil fairy? And I was like, yeah, I want to be an evil fairy. Of course I do.
I like acting because it's really fun and we have a lot of stuff to do.
It's a fun little mashup of several different fairy tales. There's Snow White, there's Cinderella, there's Goldilocks. They're the bears, they're the dwarves, and all of that. And then Princess What's-Her-Name literally is exactly that. She wakes up and she does not recall her name or where she's from. And so she wanders around this forest trying to find clues to lead her back home and lead her to figure out who she is.
Salmon, splashing silver in the noonday sun.
The theater program enriches the kids' lives and builds great skills and confidence. To receive more information or how to get involved or see future shows, visit their website or give them a call. That's northernstarswithaz.org or 612-669-7268. Their upcoming shows are The Nutcracker, which runs from December 11th to the 13th, Alice in Wonderland from March 4th to the 6th, and Night at the Wax Museum. Achieve Services Incorporated has been building skills, careers, and independence since 1964, and they are a nonprofit group that works with people who have developmental disabilities, but choose to focus on the abilities of their clients, striving to increase independence and the quality of life for all individuals in their program. Noah Johnson checked out their new location.
Achieve Clean is an all-natural laundry detergent produced by Achieve Services, Inc. We're outside of their brand new location in Fridley, and Alex Carlson gives us the scoop.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're opening these two brand new storefronts, and it's mainly going to be for production of our laundry detergent, of Achieve Clean. So we've kind of outgrown our space in Albertville, which Loop Tech is generously letting us use, and we need a new space that can accommodate the laundry detergent production and storage, and then also any other work that we might send over here.
Taking advantage of technology, Achieve is using Kickstarter to raise funds for their new facility.
Well, with any new space, you need furniture, we need chairs, tables for our workers, we need equipment for operation of the laundry detergent, we need pumps, we need fillers, we need things like that. And even for transportation, we need a lift gate, we need pallet jacks, and all that costs money. And so we were going to reach out, since we are a nonprofit, we were going to reach out and see if the Kickstarter community and the online community would be willing to invest in our business. How that works is basically they pledge a dollar amount, and with each dollar amount comes a reward. So if you pledge at $25, you get a bottle of detergent when the campaign is finished. All the way up to $500, where you'll get private tour of the building, lunch with our workers, you get several bottles of detergent. Cool little package there.
Achieve Clean is still fairly new to the market, but they are certainly growing.
It's been going great. We're for sale in 4 Coburn stores, Ramsey, Elk River, Big Lake, and Albertville. And we're still prominently featured in one of the end caps over at the Ramsey store. So I encourage everybody who lives in the area to stop in, say hello to your friendly Coburn's people, and buy a bottle of Achieve Clean laundry detergent.
Coburn's isn't just a place to sell Achieve Clean, they also provide jobs for the people involved with the program.
It's been great. The kids that come from Achieve, they're enthusiastic, they're charismatic, they just kind of bring the whole tone of the store up. They brighten everybody's day, they're always in a good mood, they're always happy to be here, and it kind of brings that out in the rest of the staff that's here.
If this is something you're interested in, here's how you can find out more information.
I would encourage everybody to check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/AchieveClean. Also, our website is achieveclean.org. There you can find all the details about our Kickstarter campaign and see what the rewards that we have to offer and find out all the places where Achieve Clean is currently available.
What a great organization. To learn more about Achieve and Achieve Clean, check out their website at achieveclean.org. We'll be right back with our special in-studio guest. Welcome back to the local show. We are now joined by Julie Jepson, the development director at Stepping Stone that's in Anoka. Stepping Stone is a great local nonprofit that helps reestablish a new life for homeless adults. Thank you for joining us, Julie.
Thank you for having me.
So can you tell me a little bit about Stepping Stone? What is it exactly?
So Stepping Stone is the only homeless shelter in Anoka County. We serve the Anoka County community. We put a priority on residents from Anoka County or those who have a strong tie, a familial tie to the county. We serve youth and adults as young as 18 and older. As we're seeing the demographic shifts with the youth homelessness coming up and then the 50-plus individuals who are suffering from homelessness. Those are the large age groups that we see at the shelter. We have 66 men and women. We have 26 women and 40 men that are divided in our facility by wings, and it works extremely well.
Oh, very good to hear.
Yeah.
So I was told the facility recently received some big improvements. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So we occupy the building. We're tenants of Anoka County, who owns the property on the old state hospital grounds. And so we lease our building, and when we originally moved in September 2012, they leased to us the first floor, 10,000 square feet of the first floor of the building. And that is all livable space, where I mentioned the wings. So the women are on one side, the men are on another side. And it's really community dormitory style living where there's 6 to 7 men or women per room with full baths that they share.
Very cool.
And so last July 2014, the county added to our lease 8,000 square feet in the lower level of the building. So we now occupy the entire lower level of the building, which is not livable space, which we've repurposed for our programs and services, which are pretty outstanding and pretty unusual for the homeless community and a homeless shelter to have.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're creating a community for these people that have been struggling through a bad time in their life. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the programs that Stepping Stone offers to help the individuals who live there?
Sure. So Stepping Stone is a unique shelter in the fact that we do provide the emergency shelter. We do provide the emergency assistance that an individual needs to get out of the stressful homeless situation that they're in. We provide a 10-day program of emergency shelter where guests come in, and we do provide the basic needs for them for those 10 days. After those 10 days, we really sit down with our guests and figure out what is it that you want. If you just needed those 10 days to step back, catch your breath, get out of whatever situation you're dealing with at the moment, and you want to leave, God bless you, more power to you. Thanks for spending the 10 days with us. If they want to stay at Stepping Stone and really want to see a change in their life and make a change in their life, we will work with them towards that goal, depending on that individual. So what we do at Stepping Stone and how we've repurposed that lower level is for those programs and services that are super unique to Stepping Stone. We have a computer lab, we have a workout room, exercise room, and rec room. We have arts and crafts room and a bike shop and a gorgeous cafeteria that we use very heavily. One really exciting thing that is coming up with the community is that we have partnered with the Workforce Center. Mm-hmm. We have partnered with Adult Basic Education and partnering with the Anoka County Libraries. And how that partnership will work is that they're coming to where the guests are, in order for our guests to get skills and get the confidence they need to, when they move out of Stepping Stone, to have the education and a real step-by-step plan on getting that education towards getting a good employment and moving on with their lives.
All right. It sounds like a great organization and really a great place.
It is.
So, Julie, I want to thank you for coming in. We love showcasing these great organizations that help people right in our communities. And for more information on Stepping Stone, you can visit their website. Well, that's the end of this edition of The Local Show. We'd like to thank all of the people that we featured here today for sharing their stories with us and for their hard work in the communities. Thank you for joining us today, and please join us next time for more great stories.